Well, welcome to English Board. We're going to talk about Lesson 4, Unit 7, Lesson 8, which is about relative clauses. So follow me. We're going to talk about these relative clauses, when we use them, and what is the structure. Right? So the first thing is we have to think that this could be a kind of a difficult topic because it's a lot of grammar. So pay attention to this summary. Relative clauses give information about who or what we're talking about. Okay, and the relative pronouns who and that refer to people and that and which to things. So follow me. We have these three pronouns: who, that, and which. So the key here is that you have to remember that who and that is used for people. Okay, and that and which is used for things. So actually that can be used for people and for things. Right, so that is very easy to remember. And who only for people, which only for things. Okay? So, now about the other difference, the other interesting topic here is about subject relative clauses and object relative clauses. What is the difference? Well, the thing here is that you have to remember what is the subject and what is the object in a sentence. The subject is what comes before the verb, the doer, usually is the doer. And then the object comes after the verb, is the word that receives the action, usually. So, like if I say this sentence, I can trust Charlie. In this case, the subject is I, because this comes before the verb. I is the subject. And Charlie is the object, because Charlie comes after the verb. So this is the object. Okay? To not be confused, object can be things and people. So, Charlie is a person, but it is also an object because this comes after the verb. Okay? So, once you understand this, what you have to remember is that if we're talking about subject relative clauses, we're talking about relative clauses which the subject is a pronoun. Would be who, that, or which. And on the other hand, object relative clauses are clauses which the object is the pronoun who, that, which, or nothing. And you see in this relative clause there is a subject, I. But in this subject relative clauses there are no subject. You see? Why? Because the subject is actually the pronoun. That is the pronoun, is the subject. That land. So that is the subject. Okay? Okay, so now we have actually two sentences. We have this sentence. Some girls like guys. These guys do a lot of sports. That's one sentence. Well, actually two sentences. And we have then this other. When I go to work, I take a cab. The cab is a little expensive, right? So look at this. When I say some girls like guys, these guys do a lot of sports. Look at the second sentence. These guys do a lot of sports. This phrase, these guys, in the sentence, is the subject. Who do a lot of sports? Who? These guys. So these guys is the subject, right? The subject. If I want to join these two sentences and make only one, I can use relative clauses. So these guys is people, right? So I can use who or that. I can't say which because it's people. Right? So, if I want to join two sentences, I say, some words like guys. And so, instead of saying these guys, I'm going to use the pronoun. I'm going to say who or that. So, some words like guys, who, and then, because I'm not saying these words, I'm going to complete the sentence using the second sentence. Do a lot of sports. So, the result is, some words like guys, who do a lot of sports, or some words like guys that do a lot of sports. Right? Let's see the second example. We have this sentence. When I go to work, I take a cab. The cab is a little expensive. Right? In this second sentence, what is the subject? Well, the verb is. Who is a little expensive? Or what is a little expensive? The cab. So the cab is the subject. Right? So if this is the subject, and I want to join the two sentences, what I have to use is relative pronoun. It could be who, that, which, but for things. So if it's for things, I can say that or which. Any of them, right? Because the cab is a thing, right? A taxi, right? So I say, when I go to work, I take a cab. Which or that, any of them. And then I don't say again the cab because this is the subject now. These words are instead of these words. So I say which, that, is a little expensive. Right? These red phrases are what we call subject-relative clauses. Why? Because in this clause, the verb do means a subject, which is actually a relative word, a relative pronoun. So who and that is the subject. You see, that is the verb. Here too. Which and that is the subject. Is an expression as a complement. Right? So those are subject-relative clauses. That's actually easy. Because the hard part is the object-relative clauses. This is more difficult. So pay attention. The same sentences. Some words like guys, these guys do a lot of sports. You see, the same sentence. But now I'm going to join these two sentences in a different way. So I'm not going to erase this subject. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the word. But this word in this sentence, guys, is the object. So I say some words like guys. In this sentence, what is the subject? Right? Some words. Some words in the subject. And what is guys? Well, it's the object. How can I tell that? Because this word guys comes after the verb. So it's receiving the action. So guys is the object, right? If I want to join these two sentences, what I have to do is start with this second sentence. I say, look at this. Some words like guys, these guys do a lot of sports. So I would say, the guys. Now, because guys is people, so I can say who or that, right? Who or that are people. And also I can say anything. I can just not mention anything. Because these are object-relative clauses. So you can say the guys who, or the guys that, or the guys only. And then I complete. Some words like, this part, some words like. And then I don't write guys again, because that word guys should be here, is already here. This is the object. The guys who some words like, or the guys that some words like, or the guys some words like, and then the complement. Do a lot of words. So what I have done in this case is I have opened this space in the sentence. I have put this information inside the second sentence. You see? And in this case, this green part, this is an object-relative clause. The green part, who, some words like. This is the object-relative clause. Why? Because in this case, what is the verb? Like is the verb. And what is the subject? Some words. So this is the subject. What is who or that? What's that? Well, that is the object. Normally the object is at the end of the sentence, but in object-relative clauses, the object comes before, at the beginning of the clause. Okay? Let's see another example. I take a cab to go to work, and then the cab is a little expensive. I'm going to join these two sentences, but I'm not going to use the subject of the sentence, but the object of the sentence. If I say I take a cab to go to work, a cab is actually the object, right? Because the subject of this sentence is I. So a cab is the object because this is receiving the action. A cab is after the verb. So how can I enjoy this? Well, again, I say the cab, and now in this case, in this part, I'm going to include this first sentence into this second sentence. So I say the cab, and I include this. I take to work then continue. Easily expensive, right? Because the cat is a thing, is not a person, I can say which, that, and again, nothing too. Which, that, or nothing. Why I can say this? Because in this object reference clauses, I can also leave blank. I can just say the cat and nothing else. And then I complete the sentence with this information. Right? The cat I take to go to work, then complete. Easily expensive. Right? So this is more difficult because in this case you have to use the object of the sentence. But you see, you can use both. You can join two sentences. Look at this. 1A and 1C are the same sentences. You can join these two sentences, use subject-related clauses or object-related clauses. Just make sure you are doing both well. Okay? So now the explanation in Spanish. Ok, vamos a hacer una explicación rápida en español. Aquí la idea es, bueno, primero, cuando hablamos de relative clauses tenemos que usar pronombres relativos, relative pronouns. Los relative pronouns son who, that, and which. Esos son todos, who, that, and which. Who y that son usados para personas y that and which para cosas. Entonces, si te das cuenta, that es comodín, puede usarse para cosas y para personas, el that, no es una parte fácil. Ok, ahora, ¿cómo se usan los relative clauses? Hay dos tipos de relative clauses, los subject relative clauses, o sea, los relative clauses de sujeto y los relative clauses de objeto. Los relative clauses de sujeto son aquellos en los que vas a unir dos oraciones y en una vas a utilizar el sujeto de la oración. Veamos esta aquí. Some girls like guys, these guys do a lot of sports. A una chica le gustan los chicos, estos chicos hacen muchos deportes. A una chica le gustan eso. ¿Cómo quiero unir esas dos oraciones? En vez de que sean dos, puedo decir, a alguna chica le gustan los chicos que hacen mucho deporte. ¿No? ¿Cómo unimos esas dos oraciones? Bueno, miren aquí. En esta segunda oración, these guys, es el sujeto. Right? These guys do a lot of sports. Es el sujeto. Entonces lo que hago yo es, ese sujeto lo voy a reemplazar, lo voy a sustituir por un pronombre relativo. Como these guys es personas, puedo usar who o puedo usar that. Entonces lo repito, son girls like guys, who or that. Y ahora no voy a repetir pues these guys, porque si ya está reemplazando esto de aquí. Simplemente completo el verbo y el complemento. Do a lot of sports. ¿Sí? Veamos aquí, la segunda oración. El segundo ejemplo. When I go to work, I take a cab. The cab is a little expensive. Igual, voy a unir estas dos oraciones y me doy cuenta que en la segunda oración hay un subject, un sujeto, the cat. ¿Sí? En la segunda oración entonces voy a reemplazar ese subject, the cat, por un pronombre relativo, un relative pronoun. Como the cab, el taxi, es una palabra que refiere a una cosa, puedo usar para cosas that or which. Entonces puedo decir, when I go to work, I take a cab, which o that is a little expensive. Cuando voy al trabajo, tomo un taxi que es un poco caro. Ok, esa es la parte fácil, los subject relative clauses, los relative clauses de sujeto. ¿Por qué digo que es fácil? Porque eso me sustituye el sujeto por un pronombre relativo y como lo está sustituyendo ya no lo repites, no es la parte fácil. Hay una opción que es un poco más complicada, que hay que estar más atento, que es el object relative clauses. ¿Ya? Veamos aquí. El mismo ejemplo, la misma oración. Some words like guys, these guys do a lot of words. Some words like guys, these guys do a lot of words. La misma oración. Ahora quiero unirlas, pero lo que voy a hacer ahora es unirlas utilizando no el sujeto de la segunda oración, sino el objeto de la primera. Guys. Guys es el objeto de la primera. ¿Cómo sé que es el objeto? Porque en esta oración, some words like guys, el verbo es like, gustar. Some words es el sujeto, el subject, porque viene antes del verbo. Y guys es el objeto porque viene después del verbo. Guys es el verbo, es el objeto. Entonces, como guys es el objeto, yo tengo ahora que reemplazarlo, sustituirlo. ¿Cómo voy a sustituirlo? Con una palabra que sea un pronombre relativo para personas, que puede ser who o that. Pero además, cuando es objeto, también puedo dejarlo sin ningún pronombre, sin ponerle nada. Son tres opciones: who, that, nada. Ahora, ¿cómo hago este reemplazo? Voy a esta segunda oración, digo these guys, ¿no? O los chicos, en general, los chicos, y ahora aquí voy a incluir
esta información. Los chicos saben que las chicas les gustan. Entonces, the guys, como dije, who, that, nada, who, that, nada. Some girls like. Y ahora ya no repito guys, porque ya ese guys está aquí. The guys who, some girls like, y completo. You love girls. Okay, veamos el segundo caso. I take a cab to go to work. The cab is a little expensive, right? So, en este caso, igual, el objeto es a cab, que es un taxi, ¿no es cierto? ¿Por qué es objeto? Porque está recibiendo la acción del verbo, está después del verbo. ¿Ya? No es porque sea una cosa, porque guys eran personas, ¿no? Y es objeto. El objeto puede ser personas o cosas, no importa. Sino es porque viene después del verbo. Entonces yo quiero unir estas dos oraciones que se parecen mucho a estas de aquí, pero sin reemplazar el sujeto. Lo que voy a reemplazar ahora es el objeto. Igual, tomo la segunda oración de cab es a expensive, y luego a esa segunda oración, el taxi es un poco caro, le pongo esta información. El taxi que tomo para ir a trabajar es un poco caro. En este caso, uso la segunda información.
Ya.
Entonces, en el segundo caso, yo lo que voy a hacer es unir esta oración de cab is a little expensive, y en este espacio voy a incluir la información de aquí. De cab, ¿no? Y como cab es una cosa, digo which, that, o nada, lo en blanco también. The cab, which, that, o nada, I take to work. Miren que no voy a poner a cab de nuevo, no voy a repetirlo, porque ese a cab ya está aquí en realidad, está en el pronombre. El pronombre está reemplazando al objeto. Which está reemplazando a cab. So, the cab, which I take, y luego completo de más, to go to work, is a little expensive. ¿Ok? Entonces, den una mirada, revisen esto bien y va a estar más sencillo.